Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will be uploading user images under our database. Whenever the user will be signing up under our application, he will have to submit some image. And for the purpose of storing our images, we won't be storing our images under a database. We will be storing all of our images under a service known as Cloudinary. Cloudinary is a kind of paid service which gives you some free credits at the start so that you can upload all of your image and test it for your demo applications. Right, so we'll be using Cloudinary for storing all of our images. Now, if you don't know Cloudinary, you can go to the following website of cloudinary.com itself and create a new account. Once you have created a new account, you will have to create a new blank project. And once you have created that, you will be getting the following credentials. Right, and once you have got the credentials, you need to store them securely. Right, so here I have got my Cloudinary setup up and done, and also my API key, secret and environment variables. To use Cloudinary, Flutter also has a package for Cloudinary itself. So to use Cloudinary under our Flutter project, we need to upload all the images. And to pick all the images, we will be using Image Picker. Right, so what I'll do, I'll go under my puppet.yaml file and get some dependencies. First of all, let's have Image Picker. And after having this Image Picker, we also need a new dependency known as Cloudinary. Okay, Cloudinary _ SDK. Hit enter. So press Ctrl and S. So now once we have got these dependencies, what I'll do, okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So what I'll do now, under my library, under my application, I will be creating a new folder for all the credentials. And under my credentials, I can create a new file for Cloudinary credentials, where I can say cloudinary.credentials.dart. Right, so here I will be creating a blank class. So here I can say a new class of Cloudinary. Now under this class, I will be adding all the static variables for my environment variable, right? API key and also the environment variable along with API secret. So here I can say API key will be equal to some blank value, and if I paste it twice and if I go back, here you can see it will be having API key, secret and an environment variable. So here I can say API secret and also API env variable. Right, so I will stop the recording for now and I will copy paste my entire credentials under this file. You should be saving your credentials. You should not expose them publicly. Also pay attention, I have got a new credentials for cloud name. So whatever your cloud has, for example, my cloud has a name of Slate Code. So you should be copying and pasting the same name under your environment variables. That is your credentials. Right, so once I have got everything, I am now good to go. So first of all, here you can see I have my sign up view. So first of all, what I can do, under my authentication, under my sign up view, first of all, I will be adding a button for selecting an image. Right, so here at the top of this side, okay, let's copy the entire thing and paste it here. And here I can say upload image. Right, and on pressing over it, it won't be authenticating, but it will be uploading some images. So now what I'll do, to pick an image, I will be creating a new utility. So under my meta folder, I will be creating a folder called utils. And under utils, I will be creating a folder that is file known as pick image.util.dart. Under this, I will be adding here a new class, let's say utility itself or image utility. Right, and under this class, I will be creating the small helper function for picking up the images. Right, so what I can do, I can make it static, and here I can say a future under type of nullable file. Okay, we don't need .html but .io. So here I can say .io and a question mark, which means it will be nullable. So here I can say get image. The method will be asynchronous, so let's make it async. And under this method, what I can do, I can say final image will be equal to under await state for image picker. And from the image picker, I will be picking up a static method known as pick image. Right, now it will be requiring a source. So the basic source for now will be image source of gallery. You can also make it for camera and gallery accordingly, but we will be going through the gallery one. Right, so here I can say once I have got my image, I can say if image is not equal to null, okay, underscore image. If I say underscore image is not equal to null, I will be returning here a new file, and the new file will be having a path, and the path will be nothing but image.path. Right, so this will be my entire path, and at the end I can say return null. Right, so this will be my utility for picking up the image. So once I got my utility, I have to create here a new notifier for all the utilities. What I'll do, under my notifier, I will be creating here a new notifier known as utility notifier.dart. Right, the features will be same, so I can copy paste the boilerplate. Let's remove these things. And what I'll do, I'll say here final utility or image utility for underscore image utility is equal to new instance of image utility. So under my notifier, okay, let's have a new name of utility notifier. So under my utility notifier, I will be adding here a new feature method for upload user image, right? And under upload user image method, I will make it in asynchronous. And under this method, what we can do, we can add a try catch block. So under try catch block, we will be like uploading first of all, we will be picking the image, and after that, we will be uploading that image. So first of all, we need to create here a new instance of Cloudinary. So I can say final underscore Cloudinary should be equal to the entire class of Cloudinary. And under this, you need to paste your API credentials. So here I can say Cloudinary credentials dot. First of all, we will be requiring here an API key, right? And after that, an API secret. So let's say API secret, and the last one for a cloud name. Now make sure you got a correct cloud name, and the cloud name will be displayed right here at the top right of your corner, right? So once I got an instance of Cloudinary, what I can do, I can try. First of all, I will pick an image. So I can say user image should be equal to under await state for the utility that we have created. So I can say image utility dot or a static method of get image, right? We don't require this method line, so we can directly get our image, which will be this one. Right, so now what I can do, once I have got my image, I can say await for Cloudinary, and here I can say upload a new file. We will not be uploading an image but a file of it, because under my utility, here you can see I am returning here an entire file. So what I can do, I can say first of all a file path. The file path will be user image, which will not be equivalent, and it will be a path itself. After that, it will be requiring a resource type, and the resource type will be Cloudinary resource type, I guess. Okay, Cloudinary resource type dot image, yeah, image one. And after it will be also requiring a folder. So I can say a folder for a common folder of the social, right? So this will be uploading our entire image. What I can do, I can use the then phrase, call it a future method. So I can say then when the following method will be completed, we will be like assigning some values. So what I can do, at the top of our notifier, I can say not a final but a nullable string known as user image. Okay, let's call it image, not user image. So what I can do, this will be null. So here I can say nullable string as a new getter called as user image, and this thing is referring to my user image, right? So once I have done this, I can say user image is equal to value dot URL. Now here you can see you will be getting a bunch of all the credentials, tags, versions, and etc. But we only require a URL because we need to submit this URL under our database. So I can say notify the listeners, and at the last return the user image, right? Also we shall be showing some errors with the help of our catch block. So what I'll do, to show some errors, I will be creating a common utility. So let's go back under our meta folder. Under utils, I will be creating here a new snackbar.dart, right? So it will be having here a new class. So I can say class snackbar utility. Under this, I can create a static method of show. It will be requiring various methods, that is arguments. But first of all, I can say return scaffold messenger dot of the context. Now we will be requiring a context where I can say require build context for a context, right? We shall be requiring a context. So once I got this context, I can say show snack bar, and here I can say snack bar itself. Now the content will be a text by default, and the text will be dynamic. So we can go at the top and say required a new string of a, let's say, a message, right? So I can copy paste my message here and add a semicolon, right? So I can go back after saving this, and here once we receive some errors, what I can do, I can say snack bar utility dot show snack bar, and we require a context here as well, right? So here I can say require build context for a context. So the message will be nothing but some error. So here I can say for now a new text itself of e itself, right? So we will be showing our entire e, that is error, just like this. Now generally it is a bad habit to show the entire app error to the user. You should be sending some human readable error, But for now, for testing purpose, let's see over what the E gives to us. Right, so this will be the entire method for uploading some images. Right, so let's try uploading some images first. Right, so to do that, let's save this. Also, let's add a new provider. Right, because we have added a new provider, that is notifier, known as utility notifier. So I can say utility notifier. So once I got everything, I can go back under my sign up view, and at the top I can create a new instance of, okay, don't worry about error, it will be gone after having a reload. So here what I can do, I can say let a variable user underscore image, that is underscore user image, should be equal to the entire notifier, but under a true value, because we need to render some values. And here I can say listen to user image. Right, so once I have got this here, okay, let's refresh it. Alright, so the error is gone. So now what I can do, on tapping over the upload image button, we will be uploading our image. So here under upload image button, I can say utility notifier dot upload user image, having a context. Right, so here I am tapping over it. Okay, missing plugin exception, that because we have added a new plugin. So we need to close our entire application and press F5 to reload the entire application one more time. Till then, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe if you are not. Okay, so let's try it out one more time. So what I'll do, first of all, let's go back to our method of upload user image, and here let's try to print our user image. So here I can say print underscore user image. Right, so let's try to upload an image. Right, so I have got some demo images of these silly things. So here I will be selecting this image. Let's wait for it. Now you can see I am getting the following URL. Right, if I go back under my Cloudinary console, under my media library, here you can see a new folder is created called the social, and under this we have got our entire image that we have uploaded. Let's wait for it. Yeah, this stuff for this silly image. Right, so this means that we are able to get our image back. So what I'll do, let's delete this image for now. And what I'll do now, suppose we have uploaded a new image, we will be showing the uploaded image to the user. Right, so to do that, here I have got a user image which is continuously listening to the user image. Right, so below, that is below the upload image button, right here, I can say underscore user image. If it is not empty, I will be showing the entire image. So here I can say not empty. If the image is not empty, I can say container, and else a container itself. It is two different containers. Right, so first of all, if the image is not empty, we will be showing the image. So the second container will be having some height which will be 0. Right, and the first container will be having the value of our entire image. So the first container will be having some value. So here let's have height and width, some demo height and width, not 1000 but 100. And here I will be having a new child for image.network. Right, because we have got a URL and we need to upload the image from the URL. Now you can't use the following variable user image. That's because it is listening to the raw value, that is the rendered value. You need to listen to the values which have the listen property to false. So here I can say utility notifier dot user image. I can say this will not be equal to null. So if I press Ctrl and S, let's also do one thing while we are picking up our image. Let's go back under upload user image, and here I can say this will be having some null value. That is some empty value. So let's hot restart it. Okay, so now you can see the value is null because we haven't selected any image. Right, so what I'll do, let's upload a new image. So here let's select our upload image. Let's upload this face. Let's wait for it. Right, so now you can see we are getting the following image here, and suppose user will be selecting this image, he will be seeing the following output of it. Also, if I go back under my Cloudinary and if I hot reload it, not hot reload, just reload it, you can see we are getting our image here. Right, it will be loading up. Let's wait for it. Right, so we will be getting our image here. Now in this way you can successfully upload your image. So this was all for today, and in the next tutorial I will show you how to save this dynamic URL under a Postgres database with a particular user ID. Till then, if you have loved this video, hit that like button, follow me on Instagram. Have a good day.